So I started working as a cashier, and I remember I had to work that the old-fashioned cash register with those huge buttons that you had to push hard to get the numbers to go. And then the cut behind that you could send the bill up. No, the bills would come down, and when it would hit something, go clunk, and then you would turn around, and they would have the bill, either the credit card or the cash, and you took that and you did whatever you had to do to get it done, and then you send the change back up. And then
how was it sent up?
You had to clank on it, on a pipe, and then it would just echo up. And then you could, and it's like it was a fishing line thing. So you would reel it up, and then they would take it up. And then you could hear the waitresses upstairs saying, "Gosh, they have to hurry up," in Japanese, "You saw he did, we saw he did." You could yell down, you could hear the echoes, and yeah.
Did you just
I just wore long dress basically at that time. And did we start off wearing kimonos? I don't remember.
Some of them did.
Yeah, and I did wear kimonos sometimes, and later on I started to wear long dresses. But I wore kimono, kind of the washable or the wool kimonos with the obi, and so you would come to work dressed in a kimono. And then it was fun. As long as you had to seat customers, it was okay. But when they're really busy, then you help the bus girls, and so you're also pulling tablecloths and gathering the dishes into things. It was a little bit trickier with a kimono on to do all that stuff, but you got used to it. Yeah, so it was fun.
Let's see. Do you have any favorite stories, or?
I think the fun part for me was meeting all the different people that came into the restaurant. You had all kinds of characters, some really nice, some were really mean, and once in a while you kind of come into a shady character that would try to leave the restaurant without paying. That's happened a few times. And I think for me it was more the social. You got to know a lot of people in the community, who was who, and I just remembered one of my favorite ones, meeting Senator Daniel Inouye when he came here, and he was actually in one of these rooms here, and I got to have my picture taken with him. Of course, I was speechless because I knew he was this, super guy in the JA community, and I was just thrilled to meet him. So, and he was very, very nice. So, that was part of it. But I also made a lot of friends here. So it was really nice. It was fun.
Is that why you worked here?
Yes, it was. Part of it was the fun, but also because I was paying my way through school. So on the weekends during the school year, I would work in the evenings, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I remember there were a few summers I worked all summer when I come in for lunch shift and then stay. I worked upstairs in the office and then came back down for dinner. So I worked all day, like during the summertime. So, and it was also a lot of fun. It was kind of where lunch is so fast-paced. And then you would have some quiet because you could work in the office and you don't have any disruptions. And then you come back down in the evenings when you'd be dealing with all these other different people. So it was a nice variety.
Why do you think that they worked, so many of your siblings worked at the Japanese restaurants?
I think because we knew the people. I mean, through the family connections, really. We all needed to have spending money and stuff. So we just, just called. Or somebody called and says, "Hey, do you have an opening? I have a kid who needs a job."
Well,
Yeah.
I think the families felt safe, though, didn't they, that the kids worked at the restaurant
Right.
because they knew the families.
Right. So there was that unseen thing where you didn't really have to worry because if anything happened, they could just call the owners or whatever. So that was really nice in that sense. And I think it was kind of like one big family. I mean, you can run your different restaurants, but everybody knew each other. And I think it's, at that time too, people were more centered in this area, whereas now everyone's kind of dispersed out to the suburbs, and there's restaurants all over the place now. Before, it used to be centered pretty much in the ID. So that was really nice, and then we would just, all congregate down here.